Okay, so this is day 5, and so yesterday when I left Banche, I decided to hitchhike for to get to Chimay, and so first guy took me was like a jazz player, and he was going to concert, so we talked a little bit in the car, and he dropped me like probably like 10 kilometers from there, and yeah, so it was like a kind of a big crossroads, and I waited there for a little bit, just like taking a little pause, and then another woman took me to Chimay, which I think it was like almost 40 kilometers, and she was a school teacher, and she told me like about like another guy who made like a similar trip to what I did, like left from Belgium to Spain or southern France without money, except he was hitchhiking all the way, so, and she was very, very worrisome, like very worried, like kind of telling me to pay attention, like to, you know, like dangerous people and stuff, and so yeah, that was kind of something. I just kind of reassured her, and yeah, so she dropped me in Chimay, and there I just waited a little bit, and then I went straight to the tourism office, and I asked if they knew about the place where I could sleep, and they first tried to call First Abbey with like sisters, and they were like kind of renovating, and so then they called another abbey, which is the abbey where they make a very famous Belgian beer, and they had a place for me. Normally it's actually almost like a hotel, and it was like almost like hotel in terms of comfort, and usually people pay for that, but and they agreed to host me for free, so that was very nice. That was like and I worked there. It was like 10 kilometers outside the city, and the guy like who was in charge of taking people in was very, very nice, and so I was offered food at night, in the morning, and they offered me to pack like lunch and gave me fruits. I had a nice shower. I washed some clothes in the shower, and yeah, that was a very relaxing night. So yeah, great experience overall. And so I left in the morning, probably like at around 8:30, and I decided to come to this place, which is like a small city, probably like 25 kilometers, and I stopped halfway to take a coffee, and when I got here, I first went to the city center, and yeah, I kind of like decided to sit down and start asking people, and as usual, they first kind of direct me towards like the places where they help homeless people and things like that, and I was a little bit, yeah, I don't feel until now to kind of like go for these places right away, because I don't really feel it's kind of like where I want to go, so I continued to look around. I called a couple of kind of like not really hotels but campings, and that didn't work out, so I continued walking up the street and asked two guys in front of a cafe, and we started talking, and they started offering me beers, and yeah, just explaining them like I do with almost everyone, like what my trip is about, and yeah, so they were very nice, and And then I kind of decided to get out and walk down the street again. I just left my bag here and felt to enter in a kebab, and the guy offered me one. So that was very nice too. And yeah, I walked a little bit farther and then back up the street, and I asked a woman, and she was with her daughter, and at first she said no, but then like a little bit after she kind of turned back and told me that they were going to see some friends for a couple of hours, and that we could meet at some, like in, I think now it will be like a little bit over an hour. So it will be 10 o'clock, and I hope she will be there. And that will be like the place where I stay tonight. So yeah, I'm back at the cafe and waiting, and yeah, that's it. And it's actually pretty like miraculous already, like the way things turn out. I feel really like it's about kind of like trusting and not rushing, and because yeah, sometimes I arrive kind of early and then I have to wait, but until now things, it does feel that they kind of turn out well, so yeah, encouraging again.